What's up, everybody? This is part 2. This is going to give you some more options if the affinities didn't work for you. I had some people tell me, hey, I got my fastest cores and they weren't changing anything. Some people said, oh, well, I don't know how to find my fastest cores. If you don't have PROCRESS LASSO, you can use HW-info. And you can just literally search that on Google. It will be a summary of your computer. It will have sensors. You go to the sensor section and it should show you which core is your second and first fastest core. That is free. Anyways, getting that out of the way. So I decided to go back to LASSO and figure out, okay, well, maybe this game is just optimized terribly, as we all know, but maybe it's even worse than we thought. And it's not just your fastest cores. It just needs to be the correct cores. I went back and went to CPU sets for my game, and right now currently you see my default crazy FPS. I went to 0 by itself. 0 is something that everything runs on, your mouse, your internet, everything, unless you bind it off, so everything will go through 0. Right now I can hear crackles. That means this game does need more than one core. I'm using sets, by the way. This is just a soft version of Affinity, but obviously using Affinity will still work. So I said, okay, well, let's try CPU1 by itself. Now I have a strong core for this. My first core that seemed to like the game for whatever reason. I went to CPU 7 as I did yesterday. As I said, 2 and 7 were my best cores, and I used 7 again, and it did not affect my FPS. If I went to 1 and 2, it tanked my FPS again. So those cores were not working together for the game. 1 and 6 didn't work. I went back to 7. I'm back to where I'm at. So for whatever reason, this game doesn't know how to work with every core. There's only certain cores that this game wants to work with. If your game is crackling the sound, or you feel like it's a little stuttery still, that means you are still using not the best cores that you can find. So you're gonna have to go through and find which combo works the best for you. It shouldn't be too hard once you find one that's always working. 7 seems to be the one that always works for me. So I just have to figure out which one can go with 7. I hope that helps out some people. So either use the 2 affinities you got from your testing, or use 2 that you have got from your own manually testing, figuring out which cores the game actually wants. After that, there is also part 2 where I wanted to show you guys what I've been using. I was checking legacy kerning just there. That did not affect my FPS. DirectX12 secretly has a higher frame cap in this game for whatever reason, by 20 to 30 FPS. If you have a modern computer and a modern GPU, should actually benefit you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's whatever. This game, I believe, says it will help you if you experience mouse lag. I think there's more to it than that. That's just a very general, easy statement to put in there. I'm still on 1 and 7. I'm at 300 roughly, so that's lower than DirectX 12. Now, obviously, none of you guys are going to care about 300 FPS or not if it's stable. Me, if I can get more, I can get more. You know, that's just how I am. Keep these cores. I wouldn't change that because I know they're stable. I would go back and turn on DirectX 12, restart my game. And remember, every time you exit the game, you're restarting Warcraft 3. Champions goes through the actual program after finding a game when you're loading and whatnot. So when you quit or you win or lose, whatever, you'll have to redo the affinities in Task Manager. So I'm back to DirectX 12, and as you can see, I'm getting around 30 to 40 more FPS. I think the biggest thing that most people will notice is just the feel overall, if everything feels more fluid to you or not. I know, for example, people used to use DirectX 9 because I know Happy was very avid about using it because he felt like the mouse input lag was less and it was more responsive. I don't think that's true anymore, but for example, people do have preferences. I like DirectX 12. That's what I'm staying on, and it also has a higher frame cap. Give those all a try. Remember, it's not necessarily your fastest cores, as I found out. It is just the correct cores. So give those a shot and let me know.